Hello, I'm Kimberly Hamilton here at the Atlanta Film Festival. I'm very excited to meet Rainn Wilson and talk about his new book, Soul Boom, about finding spirituality in difficult times. Hello, Kimberly Hamilton.
Hi, Kimberly.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, Mr. Rainn Wilson, I wanted to ask, as a comedian, how do you feel humor aligns with spirituality?
Well, that's a good question. You're kind of getting right to the meat of the matter, aren't you? Humor makes everything a little bit more palatable, and I think spirituality is one of those topics that can be very daunting. I think to a lot of people, spirituality means kind of like a very precious kind of like attitude, or it's ooey gooey, hippy dippy. So everything goes down better with some humor. Politics goes down better with humor, right? So I tried to bring a little levity to the conversations around spirituality, which you don't see happening very much. So maybe the first ever comedic book about spirituality.
Yes. Laughter is very healing, and perhaps part of the healing journey is not taking ourselves too seriously all the time, right?
Very true. Very well said. Exactly.
How many times do you read something you've written before you know that it's complete?
Well, this one was like 1,000 times. I just read through it so much and combed through it because it was a very specific tone that I was going for. I wanted it to be accessible and funny and profound and thought-provoking all at the same time. So sometimes stuff is a little too silly, so I had to kind of make it a little more profound. Sometimes a little too self-serious. I had to liven it up a little bit. So there was a lot of that kind of massaging of the text.
The balance of the silly and the serious.
Indeed, yes.
Well, it was such a pleasure meeting you.
Kimberly.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for having me.
It was such a pleasure to get to talk to Rainn Wilson today. As a hippy-dippy yoga spiritual person and a comedian, his book sounds right up my alley, so I can't wait to read it. After hearing his book talk, I am just blown away with his mission for inspiring hope. And as a yoga teacher, a Tai Chi teacher, and a meditation teacher, everything he said during his talk really resonated with me and aligned with my beliefs. One of my favorite things Rainn Wilson said tonight was, choose joy. Joy allows for suffering. Because Buddhist teachings teach that life is suffering, but we have to have suffering to learn and grow through our failures, through our struggles. And so I thought that was one of the most beautiful things I heard him say tonight. He said so many touching things. I cannot wait to read this book. I'm Kimberly Hamilton with Popcorn Roulette at the Atlanta Film Festival. Thank you so much for watching.